I am flying my trusty Krait Phantom that specs out like this. It's good on heat dispersion, has a great jump range, good speed, and is small enough to land in some tricky spots when I am juicing bios. I use an Xbox controller, and the third-party tools, Elite Dangerous Journal Processor, and Elite Observatory Core in this demonstration. Elite Dangerous Journal Processor is a real time saver. EDSY detects you arriving in a system and then auto-index the system name and updates the Windows clipboard. You just open GalMap and paste the next system in. This is how I set it up. Select Start Processing. Then Voxel Survey. On the Voxel Survey page, I select Use Current System, Grea-URZWD2376. Click on Go. Select Jump to Next System. Then untick Ignore Systems I've already visited. And tick Attempt to skip completed systems in EDSY. Lastly, click Save and Start, and EDSY is running and doing its thing. Now your next destination is on the Windows clipboard, and all you need to do is paste it into the GalMap. Elite Observatory Core is another great tool for reading and monitoring elite dangerous journals for interesting objects. I am primarily using the Evaluator and Bio Insights modules, but there is a lot more to this tool. Check it out if you don't already have it.
Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
My habit is to fuel scoop when I arrive in the system. I always put the fuel star on the port side. No real reason. I will slow a bit if I start to be unable to stay in fueling proximity. After fueling, I like to put the arrival star on my 6. And put a little distance on it so it doesn't block any scans. I find that when I reach a speed of 6 to 7 C, I am usually far enough from the arrival star to begin the scan. To begin the scan, I reduce the throttle to 0 and activate the full spectrum system scanner. Then, using the Discovery scanner, I establish the orbital plane and the number of bodies. I tune the filtered signal analysis bar to one of the displayed frequencies. I move the reticle along the orbital plane until I find a highlighted area. Then tune the signal analysis until a scannable target appears. Zoom in until you have a good signal and analyze it. Zoom back out and find the next signal. Then zoom in and analyze it. Continue searching for highlighted areas and signals, and then analyze them.
Body ABCD2 meets mapping criteria. Body ABCD2. High value body.
That's Elite Observatory letting me know I have found an interesting object.
Body ABCD1 meets mapping criteria. Body ABCD1. High value body.
After I finish the scan, I will check Observatory and decide which bodies are worth the effort to map. Oops! Forgot to zoom all the way out. One more body remaining.
System scan complete.
Now check Observatory to see if there are any reasonable mapping candidates. I would emphasize that mapping planets is not a requirement for the survey, with the exception of where ruins are present. I check the Evaluator tab on Observatory and see the 2 bodies I was notified about while scanning. Both of these bodies are worth mapping in my opinion. I don't mind traveling up to 2,000 or 3,000 light seconds for bodies worth over 2 million credits. In this part of the video, I will be traveling to do some mapping. I will be speeding up the travel sections. It looks like ABCD2 is a little closer, so I will go there first. About 2 minutes travel for 2.5 million credits. As I approach the planet, I slow to 75% throttle at about 10 to 7 seconds remaining on the clock. For final approach, at about 0.5 light seconds distance, I throttle down to 50%. Probably the best practice is to hold 50% throttle until the planet is slightly larger than the round target reticle. Then throttle to 0 and activate the surface scanner. I got a little too close here and it will take me longer to escape the gravity well on departure. If you are trying to bank some credits by mapping, you can maximize the value of mapping by paying attention to the efficiency target. If the number of probes you use is equal to or less than the listed target, a credit bonus will be awarded. Probe targeting is the key to efficient mapping. For an average to mid-sized world, I fire a probe about here to impact the opposite side. Then the rest around here.
Surface scan by 50%.
My last probe goes into the center. When you have mapped 90% and the DSS will fill in the rest.
Surface scan complete.
That's how I do it. I hope you find it helpful. And now, back to mapping ABCD2. I am using 3 probes to map this planet. 1 for the rear and 2 for the rest. I am using a pre-engineered detailed surface scanner with an expanded probe scanning radius. I have found that most of the time I only need to use half the number of probes indicated in the efficiency target.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
All right. 2,530,402 credits. I'll map the next body and move on to the next system. EDJP has placed my next destination on the clipboard, so all I have to do is paste it into the GAL map. Now EDJP will display information from my journal.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
As I arrive, EDJP has the next destination ready to be pasted into the GAL map and also
Fuel
gives me some
scooping.
additional information about the system. I do my fuel scooping. Put some distance on the
Fuel
arrival
scooping
star.
complete.
Decelerate. And begin my scan of the system. When I scan body A5, both EDJP and Observatory give me information about the body.
Body of 5.
Observatory
Meets
uses
mapping
overlays and
criteria.
voice for notifications.
Body A5. High value body.
I'll speed the video up here again. A new report from Observatory coming in.
Body A4A. Possible Guardian ruins.
Possible ruins. When I get one of these, I always try to pause a little and let the information fully appear, just in case there are actually ruins on the planet. I am guessing that when this cursor stops flashing, all the data is displayed. If there are ruins on the body, you will see them indicated in the location data. Here's what to do if you discover a new Guardian site. Sell your data immediately. Land near the Guardian site, then composition and data scan the buildings with your SRV. If you have Odyssey, step out of the SRV, and get your first footfall tag. Take lots of screenshots. Contact a member of IGAU leadership and they will help draft an announcement for the Frontier forums. OK, back to scanning. Tune the filtered signal analysis bar. Move the reticle and zoom in. EDJP and Observatory continue to notify me
Body
about
A4.
notable bodies.
Landable with atmosphere. Body A6. Meets mapping criteria. Body A6. High value body. Body B3. Possible Guardian ruins.
The possible Guardian sites were just that, only possible.
Body B1. Possible Guardian ruins. Body B5A. Landable with atmosphere. Body B4. Landable with atmosphere.
System scan complete.
There were some high value and bio locations that I will check out. I am checking Observatory to see which sites are worth mapping and checking for bios. Observatory Evaluator says bodies A5 and A6 are worth mapping. Bio Insights indicates that body A4 has one bio signal. Either bacterium worth 1.6 million or stratum worth 19 million. Body B5A shows two signals. Of the 6 possible species, the best 2 would be Tubus cavus, worth 11.8 million, and Aloeta arcus at 7.2 million. So now the question is, considering distance and possible value, which bodies are worth visiting? Body B5A is immediately out of the running, at over 62,000 light seconds. A4, for bioscanning, and A5 and A6 for mapping are worth the time. All under 2.7 thousand light seconds. Body A4 is the closest, so I'm going to see what bio is there. Slow to 75% throttle when the clock is between 10 and 7 seconds. Then at about 0.5 light seconds I throttle back to 25%. I hold 25% throttle until about 20 megameters from the planet. Then I throttle to 0 and activate my surface scanner. I am still trying to work out the optimum distance for launching the probes. Closer? So the probes reach the body more quickly, or further out, so I don't have to take so long to climb out of the body's gravity well on departure.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Oh well, bad luck. Bacterium instead of stratum. I am not going to bother even trying to find the bacterium. Just not worth the time. I am going to go map bodies A5 and A6. That will make me a quick 5.4 million. That should give you an idea how I do my system surveys. Any input is appreciated. If you have any suggestions that would make my efforts more productive, send them along. Thanks for watching. And have fun out there.